Hey, hey, hi, hello, greetings. Shout out to my TAYliens. Greetings to my TAYliens. You already know what the dealio is. If you're a TAYlien, that just means that you are subscribed to the channel, which means that there is an extra special TAYlien message at the end of this video just for you. So I'll catch you there. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time to let the people take a seat and get comfy. But we are doing a pick a card on why people are currently most curious about you and what they want to know about you. Okay, what's the deets? What's the info we want to know? There are 3 groups as per usual, and you can see it in the thumbnail if you go to my YouTube channel, view my channel, and go to the live tab of the videos, and then you'll see the thumbnail, but I'm also going to hold it up for you too. So no worries, let's get to the photo. But there are 3 groups. Hey, Sky. Hey, hey, hi, hello. Oh, where's my image? Where did it go? Okay, 1 second. I need to get this image up. Saving it, downloading it. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Christine. Hey, hi, hello. All right, it should be downloaded now. Yep, there we go. 3 groups. First one is represented by the sun. Second group is represented by the number 10. Third group is represented by the Taurus bull. Hey, hi, hello. We got the mods in the building. Love it. Love to see it. Thank you for being here. In today's pick a card reading, we are going to be talking about why people are currently most curious about you. What are they curious about when it comes to you? I'm going to get the tea, and you just pick one of these groups out of the 3. Group 1 is the sun, group 2 is 10, group 3 is a Taurus bull. Group 1, 2, 3. Group 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to like look at the chat at the same time. Hey y'all. Hey, hi, hello. Sorry for the glare, but again, you can go to my channel, click on the live tab, and then you'll see the thumbnail for this video. But it's literally what I'm holding up right here. Make sure if you are tuned into the live that you give the live a thumbs up. Thank you for participating. And let's go ahead and get it shapoppin'. Group number 1 is the sun, group 2 is 10, group 3 is Taurus energy. Feel free to rewind if you need to pause to gather your thoughts. And let's get to it. It's nothing to it but to do it. Timestamp group number 1. Okay. Group number 1, starting off at 3:33 on the timer. You chose the sun. You chose the sun, group number 1. So let's go ahead and see why people are currently most curious about you. Can I reach that? I can. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, y'all. For those of you that know what's going on here, you know, not the randos. Group number 1, the sun. Why are people currently most curious about my group number 1s? We have Hanuman. Why are people most curious about my group number 1s? Is that the sun and the moon in that image? That's how I'm perceiving it. It's giving sun and moon vibes here. So definitely big emphasis on the sun in regards to you, group number 1. You also have the 12th house, which came in the reverse, technically. And group number 1, you also have Pluto coming out. Okay, so people are most curious about some sort of shift in regards to like day and night. You could literally have a day job, a night job, or your day routine and your night routine, or you switch something up like day and night, transformations, changes. People are curious about the why behind it. So if you do have like some sort of day and night thing going on here, they're curious about this. They're like, why do you have the day and the night job? Or why do you have this and that? There's something here. You have two major things, or like you switch out things. Let's see here. What else, please? Also, there's something here about, I'm kind of picking up on like my STEM or STEAM group here: science, technology, arts, engineering, mathematics, and music. Okay. Cobweb. Interesting. The reason why I say interesting, first of all, the letter C could be relevant as well. Why I say interesting is because you have the cobweb that came out flipped upright, and it says protected from negative forces beyond your control. But then it also came out with club that was facing down. Someone will try to make you do something against your will, but you're literally protected from that. It's like you can't see something that someone was trying to make you do against your will here. Now, when I say against your will, it's not the extreme. It's more like, if I do want to, I will. If I don't want to, I won't. Again, like day and night. Okay, there could be something here about people being most curious about you changing your mind. In regards to that STEM or STEAM, it could be in regards to those topics. You could also be changing your mind in regards to like your philosophies of life. People are curious about this as well. Like it's, I'm also getting like, something about like Apollo, a lot about science and philosophy is coming through here. And we have the flute coming out. Let me get one more. And we have the seahorse, which talks about disappointment in a friend or a lover, and then family matters here. So people could be curious about some sort of a breakup, or some sort of denial. For some, this is getting kind of deep, like if like paternity tests, things of that nature, or something like this here, or if something belongs to you. Yeah, because you could have had something, or you held something, or you had ownership of it, and now it seems like you don't have that anymore, or it seems to be gone, or you and someone don't talk anymore, something like this here. Bo, you are highly thought of at the bottom of the deck. Oh, also, let me show you guys these images, because you might get sign symbols and synchronicities from these. So there you go. People are curious if you're sad about something, or if you saw something, or if you're, oh, that's such a deep word to say. Okay, so people could be curious about, like, because you have like the scientific mind, there's like this stigma about like intelligence that goes hand in hand with depression of some sorts here. So people could be wondering, like, are you sad? Are you happy? Do you want this? Do you want that? Also, if you are in one space and it doesn't seem to be like the standard or the norm, people wonder if you want the complete opposite. There's just something here about people really wondering about how your mind works, and what leads you, what guides you, what shifts you, what changes you, what inspires you. You definitely have like the philosophical, scientific type of mind that people definitely cannot figure out. Let's see. What more are people curious about when it comes to my group number ones, we have the Eight of Cups, the Three of Cups. The difference between that is 5 cups. Yeah, exactly. Like, are you, how do you, it's like, how do you feel about some sort of detachment, breakup, conclusion? How do you feel about, okay, so people are curious about how you feel about a lot of different things, or how do you feel about, it could be a specific scenario or situation. It could even be like things such as politics. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? We have a Death card. For some of you, it's like, how do you feel about something that you couldn't change, or something that you maybe wanted to change, but you seem like you can't change? Or like, how do you deal with this? How do you process this? People really want to pick your brain, and your brain, like, you're really coming through as like, as if your brain has gears moving, and people want to know about how it functions. Okay. We have the Seven of Swords coming out here, and let me get one more from this deck. And the Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, people could be curious about how you feel about like your job. For some of you, you left one place, went to another. How do you feel about it? Something like this. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. See, it's all about picking your brain. And also, I want to take in bottom of the deck energy, which is, again, I just showed you the Hermit, which is all about self-reflection, taking the time to receive, to be enlightened, to perceive, and to be introspective. And you also have the Bow, which says you are highly thought of. So your thoughts, your introspection, your ideas, your opinions, your philosophies, all of those things are what people are curious about when it comes to you. And then we also have Capricorn at the bottom of the deck. It's about like your natural functions. And something about surrealism as well. It's about the way that you interpret the world that people are most curious about. And again, it comes down to them wanting to pick your brain. Now, on just like a surface level, again, I was talking about like if you left one place and went to another, or you changed this out for that, or you went here instead of there, or the plans changed and the train didn't take you to this point, so you had to go here instead. How did you feel about that? And also, people seem to be most curious about how you create opportunities, or how you make the time for something, or why you think something is important enough to be prioritized. It's all about functionality here, because I keep being brought to like a machine or something like this. And I'm also hearing like what drives you. It's making me think of like those, is that like a Ford commercial where they're usually like driving on the, in the mud and on the hills and things like that. It's like what moves you, your motivation. Okay. And now I'm going to dive into this deck here, and we're going to read what Hanuman has to say, because the deck gets very specific and really summarizes what we were talking about, or highlights important points. So let's see Hanuman. On page 125, you could be seeing that number, or one of those numbers, or some of those numbers. 125. Is that interesting? It's the last one in the book, which I think is also significant. Okay, so Hanuman represents the god of courage. Hanuman represents the evolved mind and the potential we all have to no longer be enslaved to our thoughts, but rather surpass them. When Lord Rama asks Hanuman, "How do you look upon me?" Hanuman answers, "When I believe I am the body, then I am your faithful servant. When I know I am the soul, I know myself to be a spark of your eternal light. And when I have the vision of truth, you and I, my Lord, are one and the same." Side note, People are curious about how you feel about them or how you view them or how you see them. Again, how your brain processes them, how you perceive them. To draw upon Hanuman symbolizes you are aware of this truth. You are more than your physical body, your ego self, your personality, your soul. The truth is that you are the divine as we all are, split from the same source. Continue to practice meditative states where you are reminded of this universal truth to aid in your evolvement. So, big on evolution, big on answers. People are really, it's about your brain, honey. You're smart. People want to pick your brain. People want to pick your mind. And it could be in your specific field of choice. But I'm also seeing here too with the 12th house reversed. I think it has a lot to do with spiritual concepts, your beliefs about karma, transcendence, and things of that nature. Big philosophical energy, because I feel like if you were to share your opinion, you could really, if not change the minds of many, you could alter the minds of many and make them think about certain things that are necessary to be considered. Okay. I keep feeling guided to get 2 more tarot cards. So let's see. The World. As I just said, you could like really make change or impact people's minds. Yeah, the World and the 3 of Wands. It's like you are viewed as a forward thinker. You're viewed as prosperous, and an opinion that needs to be heard by many. And again, this is not to say like your way is the right way, but it's beyond complete thoughts, meaning things that people have concluded. You bring something new to the table and it's like, what if I thought outside of that box? You intrigue people's minds for sure, okay? That's all that I have for my group number 1s, my freaking brainiacs, okay? Oh, also another side message is how you deal or dealt with death could be another thing. Oh, or like your philosophy about death, rebirth, things of that nature. Okay? That's all that I have for you. And we're going to get into the next group. Let me get a little sip of water. Built Ford tough. Is that what I was picturing? I guess it's something like that. Okay. Group number 2, you chose 10. Group number 2, you chose the number 10, aka Capricorn energy. 10. Okay, so for some reason I'm hearing Scorpio and reputation. Oh. Not them being curious about your personal life, your personal information. Like, let me get into this. What are people most curious about when it comes to my group number 2s? We have Durga. What are people most curious about when it comes to my group number 2s? I'm seeing 111 people in the chat, in the group, in the reading, in the video, whatever. 111 could be a relevant number to you. Let's see here. Let's see. What are people most curious about when it comes to my group number 2s? Pisces, okay, let me stop. Let's see. Why are people currently most curious about my group number 2s? Multitasking is on, okay, and we have house 9, spiritual growth. Exactly, like, okay, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Virgo. Okay, I'm not getting ahead of myself. Just first things first is people are curious about your dating life, your dating experiences, okay, also your health, your condition. Y'all, these people are nosy as hell. Okay, let's see, what is this about? This could be, now when I say this, this could mean exactly what you think it means, but they're curious about your status. This could be in regards to socioeconomic status, your sexual preferences, sort of test results, things of that nature. What are people most curious about? The UPS truck just passed by. I don't know why that could be relevant. We have the Weeping Willow with family sorrow. What are people most curious about? Oh, and we have younger woman. And bottom of the deck, obstacles to overcome. People are also curious. Yeah, okay, it's about this love life. Like the Ace of Cups literally fell out sideways. Okay, so I'm gonna take that. Not fell out sideways, but like it was the only card that was laying horizontally when everything else was vertical. So they're absolutely curious about your love life. Now, for some of you, I don't know why this is like speaking in regards to either when you were younger or they're comparing you to someone else when they were younger. People are most curious about your pickiness, your choosiness. Like, what would you choose? So these are people that like would want to lay certain things out in front of you, or like, I don't know why it's coming down to this, like a smash or pass, y'all. Just, it's low vibrational example, but just take it. It's like a lineup of like a smash or pass lineup, or like if you see a lineup of food, what would you choose? They want to know your preference, your choices. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands here. Yeah, like what makes the cut? Who would be able to get past all of the turbulence? Who would be able to cross that bridge? Who would be able to get to that point? That's why you have the 10 here, like this 10th house energy. Like, who do you feel could go the mile, or who do you feel is good enough? Okay, there's like this vibe here where it's like you seem picky. Yeah, there's another 10, the Wheel of Fortune. Like, who or what is good enough? Like, what matches your taste? Okay, we have the Six of Cups here. For some of you, people are most curious about your relationship status because they're like, oh, that's such a great person. Why are they single? Or, oh, they've been this. Why don't they have that? Da, 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 da. So they're curious because they're like, is that by their own choosing? Or is that because insert problem here? Death card. And the bottom of the deck is the Page of Wands. Yeah, people want to know what inspires you, what lights you up. Ace of Swords, what excites you. Five of Swords, what, like, yeah, like people feel like they have to try so hard to like get your attention, and they fail. They fail miserably, or at least this is how they feel. And they're like, what would it take? Like, what do I have to do? What do I have to give? Who do I have to be? Yeah, like you sending people on quests, like, what would it take? Like, do I have to be that guy? Do I have to be that girl? Do I have to do this? Do I have to do that? Do I have to build the sandwich in this way? Okay, let's take a glance at the bottom of the deck energy first before we dive into this reading any further. So you have the 9th house at the bottom of the deck. Then we have obstacles to overcome with hills and the Page of Wands. First of all, I want to take note that hills, mountains, and also clouds seem to be relevant here. Yeah, like, excuse me, what do I have to go through? Like, what mountains do I have to climb? What clouds do I have to see through? Also, the clouds, I keep seeing the 7 of Cups with this group. Like, it really has to do with your choosiness, your taste. Like, what would you like? This could even be like people that want to buy you things, or even if they don't like want to buy you things, or like if they're not gonna buy it, they're just still thinking like, if I was to buy this person, insert something here, what would that be? Like, I don't even know what to get them, what to give them. You could also be the type that kind of comes across as someone who has everything or has it all together or just has what you need. Or you're just not easily impressed. And I am picking up on like an insecurity here where people are like, I don't know what to do for this person. I don't know what to get this person. I don't know how to approach this person because why would they want me, need me? Why would they need this, want that? Something like that here. Okay. Now what we're going to do is dive into the Durga card. We're going to read this from the book because it's just too perfect. That's just the way it is. Also, let me show you these because you see how all these eyes are here. It's like all eyes on you, all these choices on you, da 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 da. But what do you choose? And you also seem to be extremely busy doing other things. And also you seem to be very impressive. Like you yourself are impressive. Like you seem to be like in your own world, entranced by yourself. Like you're impressed by yourself. Literally, you are impressing yourself. Okay. Let's see here, Durga. Let's get into it. What page is it on? Page 105. You could be seeing any of those numbers. Also, 105, 10 is a 10. And also, 10 broken down is 2 5s, and that's a third 5. So you could be seeing 555, 10s as well. Okay? Durga. Goddess of inner strength and protection. Just now when I said that, I thought about Shrek when they presented like all of the, were they presenting the princesses or the princes to Fiona? I think they were, shit, I can't remember, my memory, what? But they were presenting something on like the screen, their faces would pop up and they're like, Prince Charming. Yeah, they were presenting them to Fiona. Okay, anyways. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot. You have all these choices. You have ample time, choices, effort, energy. Like you seem to have it all. Okay, anyways. Goddess of inner strength and protection. You are exhibiting great strength in the face of things that would make others, including former versions of yourself, crumble. Durga, the warrior goddess, is with you, carrying her bow and arrow, sword, trident, lotus, thunderbolt, golden discus, and conch. You are embodying her fierce strength and loving protection. You have overcome major hardships with your willpower and will continue to leap over any challenges that confront you. Call upon Durga Ma whenever you need an extra ounce of strength. Yeah, you're just impressive. You seem to be the shiz. You seem to have it all covered. So it's like people are just curious, like, how do you do it all? What do you feel like you're missing? Because it doesn't seem like you're missing anything. So they're like, what does this person want, if anything? What could change this person's mind or mentality or make this person tick or something like that here? Let's go ahead and get 2 more tarot cards to close out. What card did I say I was seeing in my mind? Bitch. I'm sorry. I just get so excited because I said I was seeing that, and it came out with the 10 of Wands, like overwhelmed with choices. Okay. People are also curious about like, how do you do it all? Like, how are you juggling this? How do you do this and do that? Like, how are you in 10 places at one time? How do you do this and do that? How did you come up with this? Where did you get that? Just wow. Oh, they were showing the princesses to Farquaad. Okay. Whatever it was, that's what I was seeing in my mind's eye. But yeah, I said I was seeing the 7 of Cups, y'all. Dang, like, what can I say? What can I say? When you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, it just flows in that way. Okay, that's all that I have for my group number 2s. You honestly just seem to have all your shiz together. People want to know, like, do you need anything, or is it as perfect as it seems? Are you impressed with yourself? Because we are impressed. And is there anything that could come into your life or be given to you that would throw you off or shake your foundation or make you change, because it just seems like you have a consistent program or something like this here. It's like you seem to be very consistent, and they're like, is there anything that could even throw you off? Not that they're trying to throw you off. It's like they're like, even if you threw a wrench in the plans, or even if you threw a kid in the mix, or even if you threw a relationship in the mix, would this person even break a sweat, or would they just continue to juggle all these things? There you go. There you go. There you go. Now, some people could be wondering, are you stressed or are you good? Okay. Because you could seem to have a lot of responsibilities on you, especially those of you that may have had a lot of responsibilities on you since a young age. Okay. This is all that I have for my group number 2s. And now we are off to group number 3. Cleansing the energy. I pulled all the 7s today just to see them all together. And you know what? That just reminded me. I did a spread earlier today, and it was the devil that came out with the Chariot, the 7 of something, and basically it was 4 7s lined up. I can't remember exactly right now because I'm trying to like stay in the channeling vibe, but I pulled El Diablo and 7 7 7 7, but I know the Chariot was in there for sure, and it was 3 other 7s in the lineup, and I thought that was very interesting as well. Group number 3. Group number 3. You chose Taurus energy, the Taurus bull. Group number 3. Group number 3. The Taurus bull. Let's see. Why? Ooh, I like never see that card. Interesting. Like, I literally like never see this card. Like, never, ever. It makes me want to, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go with the vibes. And it makes me want to read it right now. Is it Pitta? On page 33. Shut the front door. I was going to say you could be seeing 3s because there's a 33 in your timestamp, as well as you are group number 3. Okay, so 33, you could be seeing double 3s a lot, or even triple 3s. And we were literally just talking about repeating numbers as we came to this reading. Okay, so this card represents the fiery dosha, powerful, strong-willed, and feisty. Fire and water are the 2 most powerful elements that can create and destroy anything. Together, they create Pitta, which is empowering you today. You are in a determined place in your life. You know what you want, and a fire has been set under your seat to achieve it. You are setting goals for yourself and focus on the task at hand. Perhaps this is a time to emerge as a leader and teach others your strength and wisdom. You are transforming the world with your actions. Just don't lose connection with the water within you, and remember to play. Whew. Something about a soul reminder. Okay, let's find out, why are people most curious about... Oh, that's giving Akashic Records energy. If you didn't watch the Akashic Records video on the channel, that was uploaded yesterday. I highly recommend. On June 10th, that was uploaded. But you have Actman. Why are people most curious? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. Because I keep getting like this vibe of like chakras, alignment, transcendence, meditation, and these eyes give all of that energy. Okay. Why are people currently most curious about my group number 3s? Pluto. This card came out in group number 1. So if you felt drawn to group 1, highly recommend checking it out. But if and only if you felt guided to do so before I said it. And 4th house. Okay, yeah, determination is a big one here, which I think that was a word that we read from that intro card. People are most curious currently about your determination, your force, your drive, what's motivating you, or what's the goal? Why are you being so persistent or consistent with something or someone? We have House 6, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. Yeah, House 6 is all about routines. What's your motivation, or what's your goal? What are people most curious about when it comes to my group number 3s? Shut up. All these cards. And look, perseverance is the topic. Persevere and you will overcome problems. Like, people are like, why are you persevering? Like, what's your goal, or what do you see? Because people feel like you can see something that they can't see. Hence all these eyeballs in alignment here. Yeah, and look at that door. Opportunities are waiting for you. They're like, what do you see on the other side of that door? People are, okay, that's why there's a link between this group and group number 1, because people are curious about your vision, but specifically about what do you see? I was about to say, like, what do you see for us, or what do you see in our future? And as I was saying, us and our rose, romance is in the air. So people could be most curious about you in regards to romantic things, like if you're interested in them in that way. Oh, that makes so much sense, because when I was doing this earlier, I was like, it had caught a glimpse. Like, I thought I saw a wedding ring. Like, if you were to put a top on that Taurus horn, those 2 horns, it would look like a wedding ring. So people are curious about like your ideologies when it comes to marriage or long-term commitments, whether it be work, love, but specifically love. We have the Page of Cups coming out. Like, what's your motivation for being in a relationship? We have the King of Swords. Yeah, like, what's your mental process or your thoughts on, or your opinions on relationships? Dating, or asking someone out, or like, yeah, people want your tips, your guidance about how you would do this or how you would go about this. We have the Star. She's naked, so I can't show you. How would you go about it in a healthy way? Yeah, there's definitely something here about like long-term goals, commitments, persevering through difficulties. Like, how do you feel about those things? Do you see benefits in that? The Knight of Wands. And the Ace of Wands. So I'm kind of feeling this double-sided thing here. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, that would definitely give double-sided energy. With this Five of Wands, it's like, when the going gets tough, do you use logic and intuition? Or do you run? Do you escape? Or do you find a new way? Let's go ahead and read this Atman card and dive deeper into this. Page 25. Atman, infinite aspect of the soul. Blessed soul, you have now begun to see glimpses. Remember I said that they want to see, like, where do you see us going? What do you see for our future? Like, what do you see? See glimpses. I'm gonna start over. Let's get into it. Blessed soul, you now have begun to see glimpses of the divinity that exists within you, and there's so much more to experience. You are filled with limitless potential and have realized that the only obstacles that exist are within the mind. You have reached a deeper connection to your highest self, the immortal aspect of your existence, the very seed of your soul, Atman. Didn't I say something about a soul remembrance or something like that here? I did. Akashic Records vibes in this reading big time. Big time. Your meditation has unveiled hidden depths to your true being and allowed you to experience the vastness that exists inside of you. Some of you have recently had a revelation about like where your life is headed, and you can't seem to figure out the middle or the process. Like, how do you get from here to there? You have become aware that you are a y'all told me how to pronounce this word. Microcosm of the greater macrocosm, a reflection of the universe. Now bring this expansiveness into the everyday and watch your life unfold. So why are people currently most curious about you? It's about your thought process, which again takes us back to that connection to group number 1. But where your intuition is leading you or guiding you. And also what feels at home or what feels like peace to you. Let me get 2 more cards. 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. Okay, so double sixes. Weren't we talking about seeing double numbers and numbers and things? Yeah. Okay, so 66. Peace. Like peace, tranquility. What do you consider to be ideal? So people are most currently curious about your ideologies or like your ideal lifestyle, your ideal relationship, your ideal job, your ideal family dynamic. For some of you, it could be even as specific as like your ideal travel plans. This really feels like someone like wanting to sit down and like interview you, ask you these specific questions and then make it happen. For some of you, this is your own highest self asking you these questions, trying to spark your independent and free thinking in this way to get you on this path. Because again, you guys had some sort of glimpse to something that you can access, but you are trying to figure out the in-between. Like, okay, what can I logically do to get me in alignment with this intuitive thought, this intuitive pattern, this intuitive wave, this intuitive direction? Yeah. 6 of Pentacles is like, okay, what can I give to get me over there? And for some, this is people wondering what can they give to get to smooth waters with you. Something like that here. Okay, so yours was a little bit kind of philosophical. All right. But that's all that I have for my group number 3s. And yes, there is a Taylien message, so stay tuned for that if you are a subby. If you are subscribed to the channel, I'll talk to you in a second. Okay. Oh, let me get the timestamp. Taylien. Excuse me. Taylien. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to do the pick a card message, and then we're going to do the message that was meant to find you since you're here. Okay, so pick a card portion of this reading for my Taylien. Why are people most currently curious about my Taylien? Okay, so you have Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius energy. Why are people most currently curious about my TAYliens? Asra. No. Asrara. Bitch, I don't know. Okay, but this. All right. This is the first card coming out here. Why are people currently most curious about my TAYliens, about my subbies? We have a Scorpio. And we have Uranus. Something about fast. Like, I'm literally seeing like Sagittarius, the arrow pulled back, letting it go and seeing where it's shooting off. Something about like your chances. Bottom of the deck is Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Jug, lighthearted, carefree time. And Ness, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Okay, so people are most currently curious about like what you do for fun, or what you consider fun, or what would you enjoy going to go do. There's some vibe here about someone wanting to like blow your mind or change your mind, or like show you something that you've never seen before, or tell you something that you've never heard before. What's at the bottom of the deck? Oh, let's get new bottom of the deck energy because that's from a different group. Okay, we have dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. Okay, this could be specifically about a person that fits that description. It doesn't have to be. It could also have to do with masculine energy. It could have to do with a masculine that is secretly trying to figure out whatever it is that I just talked about. Okay, let's see here. Could be significant signs Leo or Scorpio. Oh, that was quick. We have Judgment. Knight of Swords. Yeah, like someone's definitely... I literally heard the word conceiving. So like someone's like creating plans or coming up with some sort of plans. Ace of Pentacles to prepare or present something here. So they could be curious like how you're going to respond, or if you would respond. We have the Emperor. One more. And the Five of Pentacles. For some also, if you would forgive them, or if you can forgive. Seven of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. What's at the back of the deck? The Four of Cups. Something here about like if you are over something, or like what's your synopsis of a situation or scenario that occurred. How do you see something, perceive something, or how have you moved on? How have you moved forward? How have you gained your power? Let's read that word that I can't pronounce on this card right here. I'm going to read this straight from the book to dive a little bit deeper into this reading. Sahasrara. Sahasrara. That I know that I'm saying that wrong. I know, but I feel like I'm kind of close though. Okay, so that is on page 61. Oh, I flipped right to it. Okay, so yeah, like getting right to the point, straightforward. I don't know why the word sacrificial is coming through here too. Like, what are you willing to give to get? Yeah, because we have an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. It's like, what are you willing to give to get? And you're like, I'm willing to do whatever it takes for my family. You could be self-sacrificing, and someone could be most curious about like what's your motivation, or like what the end goal is, or where you're headed, or what's the secret motive, what's something like that. Let's get into it. So this card represents crown chakra. It says, you may have noticed intuitive rushes of creative wisdom channeling through you, lighting up your every cell. That is called a download, and it is a message from the divine selected to come to you because you have the potential to birth it on this planet. These downloads occur when the crown chakra is open, which may only be a few seconds, but is enough to illuminate a path that you never knew possible. Find what brings you to these channeling states and bring yourself there as much as possible. Whether it's through meditation, walking in nature, singing, or writing, the absence of the mind allows the genius of the divine. Those intuitive hits choose you. Now it is your time to birth them to life. Your creativity is in question. People are most curious about the foundation that you're building with the intuitive hits that you're getting. Also, people are most currently curious about what you're creating and something about the target, the goal. I talked about that Sagittarius arrow being shot off. Yeah, because it's like these first two cards, it's like you hear the trumpets, you get the calling. And then the Knight of Swords is like, okay, I'm moving on it. That Sagittarius bow being shot off. Ace of Pentacles, to me, this feels like right on target. And it's like the Emperor to the Five of Pentacles, right on target means that you can now move on. There's something here about mastery as well. Let me pull two more cards. The High Priestess, giving mastery vibes. And, oh, that's too many, but Two of Wands and the Eight of Wands. The difference between that is Six Wands. Exactly, like you're really good at something. Like you're really successful, or you're really confident about your skills. Again, that Sagittarius bow and arrow pulling it back. Like not everybody can hit that shit on target, but you can. You've mastered it. You mastered something. So people are most currently curious about your whatever it is that you've mastered. We talked about downloads, channeling, getting to the point. Getting to the point. Also, because you know how sometimes you'll get a sign, symbol, synchronicity, and you don't know what to do with it. You've graduated from that, at least for the majority. It's not to say that you just know everything and everything's meanings. It's not like that. It's just something comes easier to you now. Okay, one more card with this High Priestess. The Seven of Wands, bottom of the deck, is the Magician. The Magician has everything that he needs. Again, that's a form of mastery. High Priestess, Seven of Wands. How do you keep doing it? How do you do it every time? People are most curious about your level of mastery, your skill, and how far you're taking it. For some of you, this could be a physical sport because I kept referring to like that Sagittarius bow and arrow. For some of you, this can be something like mental. What else? For some of you, this is something as simple as like if you're like a waiter or a waitress, whether this be full-time, part-time, it doesn't matter. You're one of them people that can carry like 16 cups at one time. And it's like, bitch, how did you do that? Okay, you mastered something. But this is what people are most currently curious about, is your level of mastery and your sense of security in something, and everything that you had to sacrifice in order to be good at this or to reach this level. Okay, so that's all that I have for the first portion of this reading. Let's go ahead and get into the second portion. Okay, so what message needs to find my twins? 7th house. This is about relationships, whether it be platonic or romantic. 7th house. Getting rid of the negative, weird juju. Bye-bye. Okay. What is this in regards to? Bhakti. New bottom of the deck energy. Dharana. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you so much. Let's see. What message was meant to find my TAYliens? Jupiter. See, I should have said it. That pink color is really standing out to me. This pink. And to talk about like the 7th house pink love vibes coming through here. What's going on? What message was meant to find my TAYliens? Cancerian energy. House 3. Okay, so why do I feel like I gave this message recently? So this must mean like we're doubling down on it, because I'm picking up on more love being brought into your life. More nurturing energy, more comfort, and more feelings of protection. This is growing and expanding in your life. Ooh. Also, things like different wounds or generational traumas and things could be being healed, revealed, all that kind of good shiz. Hat, you will be playing a different role. You're wearing the changes. You're making the changes. You are the changes. A period of ill health, depression. I mentioned this word specifically in group number 1. So TAYliens, check out group number 1. Whale, great worry over nothing. Excuse me. Oh, 4 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. The World. The Sun. Okay, I'm hearing something about magnets or magnetic. One more. 5 of Cups. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like the problem that is being sniffed out or something like this here. Damn, as I say that, El Diablo. The problem is being sniffed out. You could be learning or developing or growing a skill. It's going to seem kind of sudden though. The skill itself could be nurturance, comfort, protection. But there's expansion of these energies. And I keep getting that, yeah, there's definitely something here, confirmation that you are taking on something or taking on a new energy. For some of you, you could be taking on a new responsibility. Those of you that are in relationships, if your partner is lacking or slacking in some way, even if it's not a romantic relationship, a friendship, a job, something like that, you could be taking on more responsibility or seeing where more responsibility is needing to be had, and you could either be in the position to hire on this help, this assistance, or you could be providing this help or assistance, or you are doing something to make yourself fill in the gaps. And this is a way of expressing and growing and expanding nurturance, comfort, protection, love. The dynamic of your relationships are shifting and changing with the world at the center of this layout. That lets me know that you've been prepared up until this point for this. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles to the Seven of Cups is like, you didn't know what you were doing all this for, but something is about to be revealed to you. It's a bittersweet kind of thing, if I'm being quite honest. I don't think it's as bitter for you. I don't know. It could be more so bitter for someone else, but it's sweet because you are prepared to help whatever this bitter situation is. Okay, let's read Bhakti. Let's read this. Page 81. Come on now. Okay. Bhakti, yes, that means devotion. That falls into the nurturing, the comfort, the protection, devotion. Okay. You have begun walking on the path of devotion, Bhakti Yoga. You are devoted to something greater than yourself, your body, your possessions, or your desires. Yeah, this feels like something like, let me This dedication is to the divine. Now is the time to ask yourself, what does divinity mean to me? When do I feel close to divine? Paths to Bhakti Yoga include devotional mantras, meditations, and prayers to the gods, goddesses, offering service to those in need. That's what I'm saying. Because I was going to say something about sacrificial energies is what I was picking up on, but that's a better way to put it. Offering services to those in need. That's what I see expanding here for you. And spending time in nature. The selfless path of Bhakti Yoga takes you to the greatest ecstasy of all, the bliss of devoting yourself to spirit. That's why it's like bittersweet, because it's like maybe you're being less selfish because you see that you can help in some way. So now you have less time to yourself, but you can give that time to those in need, or give to people in need in whatever way that they need. That's what I'm seeing here. You literally will be wearing a different hat or playing a different role. And there's been preparation and elimination leading up to this. And now you're sitting in this world energy prepared, and the sun is saying that it's going to be revealed to you soon, if not already. And it's a problem, which makes it kind of bittersweet, but the sweetness to it is that you have a solution. Closing energies. The Four of Wands, like it's like you're right where you need to be. Like, let's say that there's somebody having a heart attack, God forbid, and you're a doctor. You're right there on it. It's giving that kind of thing. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. Again, that bittersweet thing. Four of Wands. Why is the Queen of Swords reversed? I need more info on that. Why is the Queen of Swords reversed? I think I already know, but let's see. Why is the Queen of Swords reversed? Because it's like you can... Basically, you know, when you kind of realize, like, this is what God wanted me to do. This is the path. This is the intention. This is what I've been doing all this for. Like, something like that. It's like you didn't see it coming, but you're seeing it clearly, though. Whatever this is, you didn't see it coming, but you're seeing it very clearly when it does come. Okay. Let's see. Closing keywords for my TAYliens. Adventure. We had this word recently. Adventure. Was it in yesterday? Whenever, I think it was, I don't know. But it came out, it was adventure and another A word that came out with it. I shook this up already. So adventure with the root chakra is relevant. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a new adventurous start here. Like, that's what I'm seeing here. Like, there's a new adventurous start for you. And it could be kind of surprising, but when it's unveiled, you're like, oh, so that's what this was for. Okay? That's what me obtaining all this wisdom was for. Okay? And a third word. It's an active situation or scenario that is calling for your wisdom. Ooh, and your calmness. I'm getting like you've been prepared for this. Prepared and readiness. Okay, and I also want to highlight these chakras that are being highlighted. Root chakra, throat chakra, sacral chakra. This is what is going to be activating when this is revealed to you. Okay? This is all that I have for you, my friends. Thank you for being here. If you'd like to book a personal reading, very first link in the description box once the live video is over. If you are interested in joining us on Patreon, second link in the description box so you can get content that won't be here on the channel. And I thank you for donating. What is it? A super chat. Thank you for the super chat. If you'd like to donate to the channel, that will be in the description box down below as well. Ta-ta for now. Bye.